Well, good morning guys, welcome back to Luke's Fishin Mission. Thank you for tuning in. It is freezing this morning. It's about 6:30 and I'm cold. For Mackay, this is cold. It's about 6 or 7 degrees. I'm back down at the fridge, right in the middle of town. The main reason I'm here today is to try catch a flathead on popper. You may have seen my recent video with the two Camilleri boys, the two young lads who are literally here, but in the boat on a higher tide, chucking soft plastics and catching flathead. So, as I said in that video, flathead during the winter months, bread and butter season, brim whiting and flathead come on the bite. You don't even need a boat to catch them. So I'm here today to prove that, hopefully. We can catch a few flathead here today off the bank. And I don't know if you can see this, but that there's a flatty lay right there. And there's been quite a few as I've walked out, so it's a good sign. But I'm tricking it up a bit, and I want to try catch a flathead today on top water, on a little popper, Atomic Soft Pop 50 with the assist hooks. There's no reason why, and yes, there's a bit of a seat cover. There's a black thing on the treble there. Got caught in my seat cover on the way here. There's no reason why I can't catch whiting on that today, or brim while I'm here at this location. Tide's still running out. It's going to be coming in very, very soon. So as the water comes up, the flathead will come up on these newly submerging flats, and they'll eat bits of yabby, bits of crab, stuff like that. We've got the moon up there behind me. The sun is about to come up over there, and I've got my drone. I've got a new drone. I've got my first drone. So today, hopefully I catch a fish, but if not, I really just wanted to try using my drone for the first time without crashing it in the water or totaling it completely. I've watched quite a few YouTube videos now. I think I should have it okay. I should have that sorted. But let's get into it. Okay guys, as I said, tide is still running out. I'm just pegging out this little Atomic Soft Pop 50 across the shallows here, hoping to come across a flathead. Good thing about these lures is they cast a mile, made of that durable soft material. They're quite dense, so they're quite heavy. They cast a long way, which is good. You want to cover a lot of water. I can still see that tide running out. The goal is flathead, but having said that, absolutely no reason I won't come across a whiting or a brim. Seen that last video with the lads that I took, I've got a really big whiting here out in the boat, and I was on a 3-inch atomic prong. So definitely around, and it's definitely a good time of day for that. First the sun up, sunrise, and we're going to be here for a tide change, and yeah, winter. It's cold. You can see the steam on the water, so obviously the air temperature is warmer. Sorry, the water temperature is warmer than the air temperature. But yeah, right in the middle of town here. Great little spot. You can come down here land-based with the family, with the kids. You don't need to have a boat. We're not all fortunate enough to have a boat, so you can come down here and catch a flathead most times. If you're persistent, you're patient, put the time in. You don't even want to walk out here, because you walk out and, you know, shin deep water, you'll spook flathead that are just like pretty much at your feet. So they probably just need 100 ml of water to sit in these fish. And you walk out any deeper than that, you'll spook them. A few fish tailing there. I don't know what they are. Maybe mullet, maybe whiting. Whether they're bait or predatory fish, don't know yet. But if it's bait, that's a good thing too, because predatory fish will be sitting there trying to hunt them. Oof. Can't feel my fingers. It's a cool, cool morning. I'm just blooping this popper at about 1 bloop per second. Keeping it moving the whole time. Just slowly though. And you can meander it too. See, I'm walking the dog. Pops and bloops. Early morning and late afternoon, certainly the best time of day for top water. But having said that, I have caught the whiting on top water pretty much in the middle of the day. Any time of the day actually. But this is certainly the preference. Low light periods. Yeah, we've got a sort of sunrise happening as we speak behind me. We've got a tide change in probably about an hour. Primo tide. We've got a big full moon still over there, up in the sky. It should be on here. Should be on for something. I reckon when the tide changes, like in my last video with the boys, It was very quiet, and the tide changer went bang, bang, bang. We got like 4 flatties in the next sort of hour and a half. Hopefully it's the same today, but yeah, using the little popper today for flathead. So once again, not a soft plastic like I was using in the last video. It's kind of easy catching on soft plastic, so I want to make it a little bit more challenging today by going top water. For a flathead, that is, yeah. I mean, they're going to come up out of water, I don't know, at least a metre deep to eat top water, these guys do. Curious to know how deep they might actually come up, whether they come up a few metres. It's important to keep moving, covering ground when you're land-based. Don't just sit in the same spot. If you're flicking baits, yeah, probably alright to sit in the same spot for a while. But luring, you are basically actively prospecting this water till you come across something. Or at least get a boil or a follow or something, and then you'd sort of stop for a bit. But yeah, there's a lot of sand here, a lot of ground. Kilometres of it, so keep moving. So no fish as of yet. And turns out this is not a good place to launch your drone. It came up with a message about being, you know, within a airport zone for Mackay Airport. Now the airport is that way quite a few kilometres, and I did hear that under 250 gram drones, you can still fly it within that vicinity as long as you're not within the flight path. This is a 249 gram drone, but I guess the bridge over there, the planes do come down just on the other side of it. So yeah, maybe I'm in the flight path. I couldn't override it. It said, you know, need network coverage. I think there's plenty of networks here. I'm right in the middle of town. I had plenty of satellites. I feel that's like a fail-safe in there, that you cannot launch it in here because of that approach path. Now I have to do a bit more Googling as to how far away from an approach or departure path you need to be. But I think that's why it wouldn't let me operate it here, which I'm pretty bummed about, because it was a very nice sunrise and I really want to get some footage with this drone. I'm going to keep walking down this way, and maybe I'll get into the area where it's okay to launch it, because I'm getting further and further away from there by, you know, a few hundred meters, so maybe. Otherwise I'm going to have to try it a different day, which is bloody annoying. See if I can find a fish though too. That's annoying as well. I haven't found one yet. But yeah, the tide hasn't turned. All the action last time happened when the tide turned, so we'll keep cracking. Actually, I need your help. If anyone has a drone and knows about the flying regulations within an airport, but particularly within an approach or a departure, what the rule is of how far you need to be, what the exclusion zone is, please let me know. I'm gonna have to do a bit of Googling, but yeah, I guess the other side of that bridge, I've fished over there before, and they do come down just on the other side of that bridge as they start to descend into the airport, which is that way. And maybe I'm too close to that, I think. That's why I'm gonna keep walking this way. See if I get to a distance where, you know, a point where the distance is fine, because I'm further away than I need to be. But yeah, please let me know if you know. These rocks covered with this green, fluoro green moss, pretty cool. Pretty. Be pretty if I found a flatty. Let's go. Okay, there's a plane right there. Definitely, I think I'm definitely too close to be able to fly my drone, and these things are smart. That's why I couldn't do it. This is a bloody approach exactly where I am. Righto, won't be getting drone footage today, sorry. Yeah, look at that, plane's coming in. I definitely can't fly a drone around here. Okay, that's probably why it didn't work and wouldn't let me override it. Said there's no network coverage or whatever. Because of that right there, that's the reason. Well, this is a pretty crappy place to come to test a drone, isn't it? Silly me. Now I know. There's been absolutely nothing chopping up so far. No bait, nothing busting up, no hits. Needless to say, no fish. But as what happened last time with the boys, tide turned and things changed. It was on, so we can't be far away from the turn of the tide. And I'm hoping that's when it starts to happen. It is a beautiful morning now. I mean, apart from being a little bit cool, the sun is out, the sky is clear. Disappointed I couldn't fly my drone, but I've learned something from that. That's why it completely shut me down, saying, you know, in a airport zone, and then couldn't click out of that. Basically, it said no network coverage or something. Must have like these dead zones where you just cannot operate. Planes were flying over there, around there, not far away. So that makes sense. Fair enough. I have to wait till another day to fly it now. Probably tomorrow I'll go out somewhere else. Tide's turned for sure now. Check that out. She's coming in. Should start to happen, I'm hoping. There are a lot of birds over here, and they do look like some of them are actually feeding. So that's got to be a good sign. I'm heading over there. Must be bait. Yeah, pelicans are definitely feeding. Sticking their head underwater, gulping. Looks like this will be the place to be. I'm hoping. Oh yeah, something there. Something. Whiting or what is it? Can't see in the glare. Hey, it's a big whiting, I think. Yeah, it's a big whiting. Hey, that's not bad. First fish of the day. That's a big whiting. Wow, check him out, man. It's a great fish. On the assist hooks, as always. That is a really good whiting. It hit hard, and he'd be every bit of 35 centimeters, this guy. On the atomic semi-hard, soft pop 50. On the assist hooks on the back, got him. Got to be happy with that. I'm chasing flathead today, but you really cannot complain when you've got a whiting of that caliber. That's a 50mm popper, so yeah, he's a good 35 centimeter fish, that. Just erupted on the lure. Nah, very cool. Happy with that for the first fish of the morning. Beautiful. Come here, mate. I'll get you back in. You would be a beautiful fish to eat, but I can get some fillets off you, but you can go back. There's one. Two. All right, mate. See you later. Phew. Let's keep going. That was a cracking whiting. I'm very happy with that. It would have been every bit of 35 centimeters. Just smashed it off the top. And you know, I've done plenty of dedicated whiting topwater videos. I'm always just gobsmacked by even sometimes how little the fish are that smash the topwater, how little the whiting are. You do not have to be a big whiting like that one to eat topwater. I've caught like a 9 centimeter whiting on a 7.5 centimeter Bass Day sugar pen splash. Like, and for something that has a downturned mouth to eat stuff out of the sand, it's crazy that they even hit topwater, but they do. It's a lot of fun. You won't get the high numbers like you will with yabbies or worms, but you'll get some good fish like that guy, and just super fun in light gear off the top. See the strike, it's all visual, and they fight so well in the shallows. It's like a little creek here flowing out into the water. This is where all the birds were. So a little bit of an inflow. Must have been bait hanging out here, and the birds were around here eating that bait. See if I can find what might have been here. Hopefully there's still a few fish around here. I'm gonna keep moving along. Certainly plenty of yabby beds here, all through there. Yabby holes. Be a good spot to pump some yabbies and then fish for a whiting on the incoming tide, for sure. What was I saying about the turn of the tide? Got nothing, didn't even see a ripple from bait until the tide started to turn and started to come in. That's where I got that whiting, as the tide started to come in now. It's certainly a good bite time, the trigger around that turn. It's certainly what happened in my last video with the lads, with Jack and Billy. The flathead came on, as soon as the tide turned, we were in. Yep, got something. He had 3 goes at it before he actually hooked up. I think it's a small whiting. Another whiting there. Goes to show you don't have to be big. A big whiting to eat topwater. It's definitely a whiting, and it's only about 23, 25 centimeters. But yeah, he had 3 goes at it. And because these lures are soft and squishy and feel natural, if they miss it like that one did a couple of times, they'll often come back and have another crack till they eat it, till they actually hook up. And once again, on the assist hooks at the back, the Atomic Trick Bits assist hooks. You always get your whiting on those back trailing hooks. If you're using topwater lures, you have to do it. You have to put the assists on. There's our fish. A nice little whiting, Atomic Trick Bits assist hooks at the back on the Atomic Soft Pop 50 mil popper. Yeah, that's only like a 25 centimeter whiting, maybe 24 centimeter whiting. So goes to show you don't have to be big, and something with such a small and downturned mouth do eat top water. So cool. Once again, as I said at the start of the video, out at the fridge, the spot I call the fridge, you don't even have to have a boat to catch fish in the bread and butter season in the winter. Let's get the kids out, mums and dads, even the old people, get them out here, come for a walk on the beach and get amongst a few bream whiting and flathead off the bank. You don't even need to have a boat, so anyone can do this stuff. There we go. There you go, mate. You're good. You'll sulk for a bit, but you'll work it out. You'll live. Go on then. Still haven't come across that flathead yet this morning, but I'm not complaining with two nice whiting. One was absolute cracker, would have been around 35. The other one would have been legal too, probably just over 23. Might have been 24, 25, something like that. But for one to feed, I could have took home two beautiful whiting for breakfast. I would love a flathead still though. Just, it's really cool seeing them implode on a topwater lure like a barra does. Just sucks in a huge heap of water and then the bait with it or the lure with it. Flathead are a bit the same. They sort of don't explode on it, they implode on it, they suck it in. And the topwater strike is really cool from a flatty. And I am hopeful, the tide's turned as I said. That's why I caught these two whiting on the turn of the tide. Really interesting thing to mark down. The turn of the tide brought them on, like they did in the last video with the flathead with young Jack and Billy. Same thing. This spot here though, if you are land-based, you do just have to watch it when the tide turns like this. The other side of the island over there, there is like a lower gully as well. So the water will come in behind you while you're out here and you won't even realise. So just be careful about that, otherwise you might be swimming back to your car or back to land over there near Canelands. Just be careful of those things when you're out here. It's easy to lose track of time. You're having fun, you're in the moment, you're getting a few hits and then the water is coming in behind you the whole time. It pays to be mindful of that. And I am in knee-deep water and we do get crocodiles up here. This water is very clear, very blue. I can see around me about 20 meters all the way around me, so I'm fairly safe, but with the kids I probably wouldn't advise doing that. And yeah, there's plenty of yabbies that you can pump here. Sit up here even with a bait with a couple of yabbies on a long shank hook and go for some whiting. Good time of year for that, beautiful eating, and you'll get a bunch of them here. But I just like to mix it up, make it harder, more challenging for myself and catch them on lures, but you'll catch more probably, I just think it's fair to say, on baits here, on yabbies, and you can pump the yabbies right here too. Really good place to bring the family, bring the kids, especially on school holidays, and especially in winter. Big stingray moving up here. There's a good little spot. You've got a shallow little zone here where there's a sandbar, then it drops off. You can see where it's eddying and it's deeper there. That would be the spot where if I was a flathead, I'd be sitting there. Just like that stingray's doing. That stingray's sitting in that deeper water. I don't know if you can see it yet, but you will. It's a big guy. Sitting there in the deeper water, getting the bait that's coming off these flats here into that deeper water and eddying around, getting that oxygenated water too. Perfect little spot to be, but look, big stingray right there. There she goes. Casts like a bullet, this thing, eh? So good for casting long distances and covering ground and prospecting. You better chance of coming across a fish if you're casting, making long casts, and covering a lot of ground, a higher chance of coming across a fish there. Just had something explode on it then. Camera was off. I'm gonna go back into the same spot where that happened. Scared the crap out of me then. Let's try get him. He was about there somewhere. I'll have one or two more casts there, otherwise I'll keep going if nothing happens. But it scared me, wasn't paying attention. Woke me up, that's for sure. I was listening to all the motorbike racket. The Serenity. I think I might have a flatty here. Well, there's definitely weight. Back that drag off a little bit. I reckon that's a flathead. I reckon I might have me flathead on top water. Yeah, looks like it. Not a huge one, but definitely the target, what we came here for. And another fish that lives off the bottom, but will come up, eat a topwater lure. There you go. And if I was going to go home, which I am, that would be nice for lunch. Maybe I will keep that fish. He engulfed that popper, I tell you that. Can't see that popper anymore. I'm only using 10-pound leader, so I might just, we'll get him in and contemplate what we're going to do with him, because I am going to go in a minute. This might be a lunch fish. Come in here. Yeah, he's certainly swallowed that lure. He's only a small fish. He's going to go back. I'm not keeping that. Only tiny. But yeah, that lure is completely down his throat. So hopefully I can get that out without hurting him too bad. Little topwater flatty. And you can see, well, I can see, I don't know if you can, but that leader is quite chafed at the end there. Cool. Let's see if we can find this lure. Okay. Might not be too bad, hopefully. Don't do that though. This makes everyone's job harder, mate. And don't spike me either. There's a popper in there somewhere. Here we go, got him. That was easy. There's our little flatty. It's gonna go back. Be careful for those nasty spikes. 2 there and 2 there. They've got a little bit of a toxin in them too, so they often really, really sting if you get done. There you go, mate, you can go back. There we go. Target acquired. Now that fish would have been fine to keep. It definitely would have been legal. It would have been about 45. So he would have been legal. Legal in Queensland is 40 centimeters. But there's not a lot of meat on it, eh? So if I'm going to keep one, I'll keep one around 50. Early 50s, 52, 54 maybe. And anything bigger than that, then I like to sort of throw back as well, because they're turning into breeding females. That one would have been a male. Would have been fine to keep, but yeah, a little bit bigger, and I am about to go, so would have been nice for lunch, but I'll let him go. But it's just, I just wanted to prove you don't need a boat to come out and catch these fish. I caught a bunch of flathead here with those lads last time with Jack and Billy in the boat, and you know, you don't need a big boat to do this stuff. A busted ass tinny will do it, but you don't even need a boat at all, because you can catch them off the bank like I'm doing today. 2 nice whiting and a flathead. 3 fish, they all would have been legal. I could have took home, all on lures, on topwater lures. And if you were here with baits, I'd just say you'd catch probably 2 or 3 times that with you know, yabbies or something like that. So I do like to challenge myself and catch fish on topwater, but you don't need to use topwater to catch these. Soft plastics will work, bait will work well as well. So you don't need a boat to come catch these bread and butter fish at this time of year in the winter months. Brim whiting and flathead are biting well this time of year. Big stingray right there. Big stingray, come on. Right in front of me. There you go. Keep going. It's quite pleasant down here now. Beautiful morning with the sun out. There's something getting absolutely murdered over there. I think it was a big queenie chasing a mullet. Still going. Man. I feel wherever the stingrays are congregating, like this and this, you're going to get your flathead in these pockets as well. They'll occupy the same habitat, obviously. These deeper little sections between the sandbars, they're all searching for food. They're all feeding. I feel if you see the stingrays, the flathead are in very close proximity to them. There's one there and there's one over there. I don't know if you can see it, but with the polarized makos, it makes it a hell of a lot easier. But I reckon I'm just about to bail on this spot now and head home. Yeah, okay guys, just signing off. Good little session this morning. 2 nice legal whiting and a flathead that was legal as well. If I wanted to, I could have kept 3 fish, but I didn't. I let them all go. But I just wanted to show that in the winter months especially is a really good time to go land-based, for families to go land-based fishing for brim, whiting and flathead. You don't have to have a boat, although you can have a busted ass tinny like I said earlier, and it can be right in the game here at this location. This is the fridge. I caught so many flathead here in the past. My previous video with the Camilleri boys, the young lads, Jack and Billy, we got it done on soft plastics. And the turn of the tide once again today was a real kicker, like it was in that video there. Today I was using a little surface popper. Like I said, I just wanted to showcase that you can do this stuff land-based, mums and dads and kids. You don't need a flash boat, you don't need any boat. You can do this off the bank, and that's the guy I was using today, a little surface popper. But if you come here with soft plastics, you get flathead. If you come here with pumping yabbies, which you can do here at this location as well, you'll smack a bunch of whiting, brim and flathead too. So such a cool spot. Tide is really ripping in now, so I better get going before I can't get back across this channel. Thank you very much for watching guys, and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.